Hey guys, Abraham here with the Salmon Homestead. Breakfast is completed and we're headed to the acres. Well, we made it out to the acres to work on the posts, and my order was hopefully going to be start the tractor, move the A-frame for the chickens and bed them with some straw, give them some more water, and then the tractor be warmed up and start to roll. However, that of course is not the case, as I'll sort of show you what's going on here. I had the jumper cables on, and here I'll walk and talk now. I'm carrying my bale of straw. I don't know if the key got turned to the on position. It doesn't take too much to turn it to the on position for this tractor. When I was covering it with the tarps, you know, to try and keep the elements off of it, so the key was on, so the battery is probably completely dead. So we'll get the A-frame moved, give them a bale of straw, water, and at least we can maybe finish squaring up the paddocks, and we'll give it a whirl at that point. If it starts, it starts. If it doesn't, I'll probably have to eventually bring the battery charger out to charge it up, and then maybe in a few days when we have some time again, we'll try and get this paddock going, but we'll see what happens here. Alright, leave this here for now. There's the A-frame we're going to move. We're knock it loose with the sledgehammer, bring it around this way, and put it in front over there, because then we can have a new spot for the straw, poop, stuff like that, because we're not going to be able to move the eggmobile yet. It's a little, ground is a little cold to move it right now. So that's our action at the moment. So Let's go finish getting our corner, and then we'll come back and I might even have you get some more from there, and then I think I'll start. Okay, we are cruising right along with getting down our posts into our fence line. If you notice, we have the yellow insulators added on already. They're just placed on there, not at all for height. And then, like this guy right here, has no insulators yet. This is where a wood post is going to go yet. So we may or may not get that today yet. We'll have to see if the tractor is going to start. I may just have to take the get the battery onto the battery charger. It's not going yet, but that's okay. We're marking them. Just put them in a little bit so we know a wood post goes here. And yeah, it's cruising along. So the next thing we have to do now is, let me just swing it back this way and you'll see the tape stops. We have one more section to do, so we have 3 of the rebar to put in, and then the wood post to be at that corner, and then we're going to work right along this edge here and get that in. If we're on a... So if you want 150 plus 12 would be 162. Okay. The ones. So it's been taking about 4 or 5 good hits to get it through the frost, and then it just goes right down after that. So 174, so 186. All right, that's going to be 3 insulated ones. Yeah, it was only like, what, 2? Hardly 2. And now watch, I can just push it right in. And then our next one, so 186, 198, 37, 98. So this is now our corner post. So I'm not going to put it in all the way. I could probably just push that one in by hand. So that's our corner post. And now what we're going to do is take I'll take this loose, and then we'll take everything and go that way, form a 90-degree angle. We do know that that side at the moment is 8 feet short in length. I just don't know, do I have to go, is it good and that corner goes 8 feet that way, or do I need to move this post 4 feet this way? So we're gonna make a 90 off of here and go that way. So the insulators come separate, as in they're not attached to the, I don't know if you want to call it a nut and the bolt type thing, but they're not attached to each other. So you do have to attach the plastic nut to the other side, and I don't know if it's because it's plastic, it does take a little bit of effort to try and connect the two together. but I would assume that those pieces, even if we move these posts, we'll never take the part off. You just loosen them up just to get them off the rear bar and rebar, and you're good to go. Well, the thing about it is if it starts on crooked, then it'll actually, like, you know. Okay, so we have the west side straightened up, so now we're gonna go through and pound all the way in the rebar portion, and then we're gonna check one more time to see if the battery's charged up enough to start. Otherwise, we're gonna stop that and put the battery charger on tomorrow or the next day. So yeah, it's going really well. So pumped it snows on the ground to provide us some insulation. I'm gonna try something here. I'm not sure. That gives there, it gives me a better, get some glare off that. But the snow, wherever you're at, if you have some snow, chances are the frost doesn't go too deep and the ground isn't frozen too far down. Provides a nice insulator. So we're going to continue on with this, see if we can at least get it rectangled up yet today. Yes, the tractor did start, so we've been letting it run for a while. Even got some lunch, did some lunch, and now we are trying to finish putting in the rest of the exterior portion of the fence. You'll see that right down there. So this will be the corner, and then it straight across is the opposite corner, and we now need to head down the last 144 right down on the right side here of the wood pile. Genesis is feeling out shifting, pushing in the clutch and shifting. So that's good practice for her. She's been working on her driver's ed videos and stuff. That's probably good. Just how polished. Well, we got the whole exterior rebar in, and where the hard posts will go, we have just rebar partially pounded in, so we know where the exterior round posts will go. And we're gonna try and maybe start those in a few days, and our temperature should be warmer as well. Okay, Mom, I have the first one, I think, done officially proper. So it goes around the post, so it goes down the post, and what I mean by this is, see how that pulls like that? The post is here, nothing's going to gouge into the post, and then we should be able to pull it tight and twist it. That is number 8. But if I like show you like this one here, so now you're probably saying, well, wait a sec, did I make necklaces? It goes right down like that. No, these are not necklaces. So each of our posts needs to hold wire. So the wire will go this way. So I tried to keep the loops real close, because that way when the wire pulls, it doesn't have, if there's loops, if the loops will be farther apart like here and then here, that all could slide and then your wire would eventually start to sag. But for pigs, we want to have that wire nice and tight. So this end is done. Now I gotta grab an insulator. I want to see how these hold up compared to the porcelain ones. Those were a little bit more expensive, so I thought, well, I'm gonna do this to save us some money. So now I'm gonna do 3 inches. See, I got 3 inches, and then it's the way I like turn it backwards, so now it's backwards. But before you hook it up and close this end up, I gotta put this end in, that end in. I'll put your tool back in, and then bend this over. Now it looks like that, and then now I'm gonna bring this around 2 or 3 times. I've been doing 3. There we go. And that should work on a post. This goes here, you pull it, and then you twist it here to tighten it up, and then it will just sort of like dangle on the post like this.
So right now I'm mixing up the flour mixture for the chicken tenders. So how it's going to work is we have the chicken tenders in the buttermilk, and then they'll get dipped into the flour, then the egg, then the flour again, and then it'll go to fry for around 3 minutes on each side, and then they're good to go. I started it.
You want to take a bath?
Yeah.
Did you take a bath yet today?
I didn't.
You did not take a bath. Make sure I wash your face. Before you get out, I want to make sure you wash your face. So if you have a few minutes. So if you are thinking about using some chicken breast to do some nuggets, I encourage you to try it and keep trying it. It's taken probably years times, whatever recipes to figure out which recipe the kids really like best for their chicken tenders / chicken nuggets. So this is just the breast cut off. Then we just take a little bit of the different, white markings that sometimes you see through the breast. We'll sort of cut those little parts out so there's going to be no chewiness at all. And then of course go through the process of turning it into some awesome chicken tenders done with some good oils as well. You might ask them, what do we do with the rest of the chicken? Well, let me show you where the rest of the chicken is. I'm just going to go right down here and show you in the oven. So there it's going in the oven. And in looking at it, I'm probably going to have to test out. There's about a 10-minute difference between the one. So they're all cut apart. Oh, snag me up. There, I'll just pull the tray out there to show that. So there it is. And they're all cut apart. So you have your wings, leg, and then the portion that's right above the leg is right here. And then this is like the backbone, and then neck, and then the rest of the carcass with, here's going to be some nice chicken breasts that I'll pull off there. Some of the kids will just, take the leg here now. Well, that looks pretty done. I'm gonna have to probably take this out, and they'll just eat that the way it is, and then we'll pull the rest all off of the. I'm gonna leave it open here. I like the heat. Pull the rest all off the bone, and then we'll just have it in between bread or maybe we'll make up some rice and put it with the rice, or just serve it separate from maybe some potatoes. But again, just a nice little steak seasoning. This is the one I put in second. On this one, I did cut the bottom part of the wing off. And then here's the next part of the wing. So this would be attached like so. And then the legs. So this is looking pretty close. And maybe lastly, on my part here with the cooking, I'll show you the temperature. The temperature is at 375. I normally go it even slower to about 350, like it nice and slow. And about, if I have time and think about it, I'll let it go for about 50 minutes, flip them over, and then another 50 minutes, and then they're done. But at 375, I didn't get it in the oven too quick tonight, so it'll be nice and good. But pick up some whole chickens if possible, and then just keep testing them out, and eventually you will find what your kids do enjoy, or even you enjoy in making. And by the way, another option you can do with, instead of putting it in the oven, you could put it into a pot, put it on top, and then just simmer for quite a few hours. Look at it when you should take off the meat, otherwise the meat will dry out, but then you're going to get some nice stock then in using with the bones as well. Alright guys, this is where we're going to end our video for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.